Welcome back.
They're still here.
I'm Brett.
I'm Rach.
All three kids are in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Special edition.
Quarantine day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Brad came up with the topic tonight, and I don't know what it is yet.
She doesn't know. Hopefully you're good on your toes.
Ooh, we'll find out.
Because the first question, and really the main question is, how has the coronavirus changed you forever?
What are you drinking there?
Magnesium to help with my restless leg syndrome. I've been pretty good. I think I've had it every night for about 6 nights in a row. Let me show you what I have.
I hope you're enjoying the high quality production we have going on. Here is our setup. That's a lamp right there with the shade off. We care about you guys and the production quality that we put out.
Natural vitality. That sounds like a...
You know, a lot of people are worried about your
sleep apnea?
number 2 situation with that.
Oh, it'll stop you up?
No. Everyone's worried you're gonna have diarrhea.
Oh, well, hasn't happened yet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's funny how much unsolicited advice you get on the internet if you just mention one small thing.
Not that that's any of my business. But we're really grateful for all the comments.
We really are. That's probably the only reason that you're gonna get a sleep study done. Is because of how the sheer volume of comments that said that you probably have sleep apnea, which is just really interesting because all we said was that you snore.
And I have restless legs.
And I guess those two things together equate to sleep apnea, but sleep apnea, like 80% of people with it are overweight.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I could probably lose 30 pounds and I wouldn't snore anymore.
Maybe not. I mean, he didn't snore when we first got together, so it's not something that's always...
Exactly, I was about 30 pounds lighter.
And Harvard says the #1 treatment to sleep apnea is losing weight. I'm not saying that you need to lose weight. I really enjoy you and your body at every weight that you've been at since we've been together.
Thanks, honey. Ditto.
Well, thanks. Anyway, how has coronavirus changed my life forever?
Forever. I can tell you one thing. We're going to have a more padded emergency fund.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there is a legit reason. That's a really good one. You know what's really...
You hadn't thought about that?
No.
Seriously?
Not necessarily emergency fund, but stockpile, yes.
Oh, food and stuff?
Yes, of materials and food.
Toilet paper?
Yep. So, which the toilet paper thing, if someone can please help me understand why people are freaking out about toilet paper.
I think it's because if you can't leave your house, they don't want to run out of toilet paper.
Of all the things...
That's the only logical answer.
You can survive without toilet paper. You cannot survive without food.
People don't know about like cloth diapers and
just using a washcloth. Like, did they think
to wipe your butt? I mean,
did they think they legit would not survive without toilet paper?
Maybe they would think that they wouldn't want to use a washcloth again if they used to wipe their butt.
Maybe. Okay. Anyway, regardless. I think, yeah, the stockpile situation, it's just really, really ironic because a couple of weeks back, before this whole thing even got to the level that it's at, I watched some Jordan Page videos.
You've been all about Jordan Page for, I don't know, 2 months. Yeah.
And I got on a video where they recommend in their faith stockpiling. Like the Mormon faith places a high level of importance in having some sort of emergency stockpile somewhere in your home. And I even, to the point where I wanted to get together like and create a family calendar and also get together and like figure out what we would want in our stockpile. And then this whole coronavirus thing happened and it was too late. So I think that's probably mine, would be to have a stockpile.
Is that it?
No. I didn't think of that until you said you want a more padded emergency fund.
I'm seriously thinking about not doing the pool.
Okay.
Until we completely like save up the cash.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that.
Okay, well, I guess it just depends on how nice of a pool we want to do.
Right. Well, this whole deal changes, I think, everybody's financial plans.
This is I mean, it's not like the Great Depression, but it's like those people that lived through the Great Depression have like a stockpile of, and they don't waste stuff.
Right.
This is, I mean.
I told Brad we need to legitimately be thinking about what food we should eat and what order we should eat it in, because we should not be wasting anything right now.
Yeah. And we just have a ton of just like random food.
And perishables. Like we had zucchini and I was like, let's just chop it up and put it on our salad because we need to eat it.
And then we forgot it was in the air fryer.
Then we forgot about it completely. So I had for lunch today the kids' leftovers. That's what I had for lunch.
Did you really?
Yeah. And peas and meatballs. That's what I had for lunch.
Okay.
It was delicious. You know what's kind of good and kind of bad?
What?
Through this whole ordeal, it's really brought out true colors in people.
Yeah, like businesses that we associate with. It's true.
It becomes really clear when you're down to the line and it's feast or famine, and you can either choose to hoard your abundance or share what you have to help people who have nothing in a time like this. It really separates those people on whether they're more of a hoarder or more willing to share.
So we literally just took a break. I went over, it's like 10:30 p.m. I went through the woods, total darkness, over to Aunt Laurie's and picked up some...
Did you take the bike?
No.
You just ran?
Yeah.
Oh.
Picked up some dairy-free ice cream. It felt like a total drug deal. Can you tell her that I left $20 under 2 leaves and a rock on her front door?
I'll let her know.
Okay.
She's not going to want to touch it though, because we've been exposed.
Oh, well, she can just clean it.
I asked if she wanted me to Venmo it, and she would not. She would prefer no cash because she doesn't want to. We've been known to be exposed, so she's not. She'll probably wait a couple days till she picks up the cash.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what we should do is we should go grab it and then let her know and say you shouldn't pick it up for 2 days, and then when it's not there we'll be like,
Wind?
I don't know.
Wind?
Yeah, the wind blew it.
Raccoons are rabid.
They love cash. They know that cash is worth
King.
something.
King. Yeah, we could do that.
Battery.
Hopefully she's not watching. All right.
Oh my gosh, take 5.
Had to let Rusty in. The battery died. I tell you.
Can't get through this video.
So my next question is,
Okay.
in 5-10 years, when you're describing this to our kids, how are you going to describe it? I have another question after that.
Okay.
But I don't want to forget it, so let me say it out loud.
I want you to answer. Okay, say it out loud.
And then, what are you going to teach our children to prepare them to be ready for something like this?
Okay. All right. I would like to know your answer for the first question first. What would you tell our kids about?
What will I tell our kids?
How would you describe this to our kids?
I'm going to say that it was a awesome time for me to stay home, for us as a family to stay home together. I mean, having 2 weeks like this, it wouldn't happen any other way. The only other way it would happen is if it was a vacation, and there's no way at this point in our lives would we ever take a 2-week vacation.
Not only take a 2-week vacation, but stay home for it.
Yeah, exactly. So.
How do you feel like it's awesome?
Spending time as a family.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Not having to go to work. That's pretty cool. Yeah, too bad we just aren't making any money.
That's the
downer. Unfortunate thing.
I'm just trying not to think about that. I totally agree. I think this is, in the grand scheme of things, this is going to be really, really beneficial for our family, for our marriage, for our household. I just think this is really, really good for us to all spend this time together. Like you said, this never would happen. We have weekends here and there because you have the reserve, so we really don't even have the guarantee of weekends to spend together as a family. So this time where we're forced to all be here, the other thing is, like, you frequently take the kids somewhere to just kill time. So for us to all be together as a family doesn't happen, because even on the weekends we're all here, because you'll just put the twins in the car and take them to the store.
Yeah, we'll have to go to Menards or Home Depot or Lowe's or
and
whatever.
it'll end up being just like me and Eloise and you and the twins, and that can't even happen now. So we spend a lot of time outdoors, we spend a lot of time together as a family, we spend a lot of time working on our marriage, I feel like, and we haven't done a whole lot of like household stuff at all, but I feel like over the next few days
we'll start that.
we'll start maybe doing that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately going to be really good.
Yeah, I think so too. So what are you going to teach? Like, what life lessons will you bestow?
So that's the second question, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first question is how will you describe it? Second question is what will you teach your kids?
Right.
Yeah, I guess to have an emergency fund. Something like this could happen at any time in your life for any reason. It could be a natural disaster. It could be an epidemic, pandemic, global pandemic type situation. You could lose your job. It could be much more personal than something widespread that's happening. You could just flat out lose your job. There's a lot of scenarios that could happen where you're uprooted from your status quo and getting paid, and you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do during that time. So having a stockpile of food and supplies and a plan, I guess.
And some cash.
And some cash.
And some quiche.
And maybe a backup career. Like YouTube.
Yeah, right. If we could only live off of our YouTube earnings.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm also glad that we have the time to like sit down with you guys, because we haven't been able to find the time to do that lately.
Yeah, we haven't. I mean, we've been bad about the kids are in bed, but ever since Eloise had her surgery,
It's just been hard.
Right.
Speaking of which, we're not sure what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah. So hit that subscribe button to find out.
I want you to talk about like what you would teach our kids from this.
That's exactly
same thing.
Yeah, that's the over. And to wash your freaking hands.
You know, I think this is probably gonna lessen the effects of the actual seasonal flu too.
In the future?
Yeah.
Hopefully people don't have short-term memory.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. I don't think this is a non-hand washing deal.
What?
I don't think this has anything to do with not washing your hands.
Oh, you don't think anybody's getting it from like touching a doorknob and then touching their face?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
You still do that though, and you know to wash your hands. I've seen him do it.
Yep.
Anyway, hit the subscribe button.
All right.
We'll
Bye.
see you next time.